Parthiban Kanavu by Kalki. English translation by Anand, Kannan. Read by Sujatha, Anand. Book 2, Chapter 1. The Shaivite Sage. It was about an hour and a half before dawn. The moon and Venus were shining brightly in the eastern sky. Stars shone like scattered diamonds. The Great Bear constellation in the northern sky resembled a carefully designed column, the traditional floor decoration. The Swati star sparkled with distinct beauty in the southern sky. For a while, the only noise in that pre-dawn period was the loud roar of the river. Then it was disturbed by hoofbeats. A majestic horse of a rare breed was walking from east to west. There was a well-built warrior riding the horse. It was too dark to identify the rider. It appeared that the horse had carried him a long way, and he did not have the mind to ride it too hard. The rider may have also been fairly relaxed, as he was almost at his destination. The rider had the river to his right and the dense forest to his left. He was peering to his left. At a certain point, he turned the horse to the left. The horse appeared to be used to traversing the dense growth. If you look carefully, you could recognize a narrow path through the growth. The shrubs, creepers, and the lower tree branches were hindering the horse's progress. The rider was avoiding the branches by ducking, bending, and lying flat on the horse as it went on its way. After riding for a while on such a cumbersome path, the horse reached a clearing with a temple. Clay forms of elephants and horses stood in front of the temple, suggesting it may be a temple for the village guardian god, Ayyanar. The clay forms were placed there as prayer offerings of the devotees. They varied in their age, ranging from very old to new with fresh paint. The temple also had a flagpole and the sacrificial altar. The warrior arrived as daylight started emerging. He jumped off the horse and started performing a strange sequence of tasks. He stopped the horse in the midst of the clay figures. He opened a bundle on his horseback, took out various things like tiger skin, prayer beads, a wig, and a fake beard. In a very short while, the warrior transformed into a Shaivite sage. Oh! This is the same sage that granted a boon to King Parthiban in the battlefield. He bundled up his old clothes, weapons, jewels, and accessories and placed the bundle behind a clay elephant. The sage stroked the horse affectionately. The horse seemed to understand the signal and neighed in acknowledgement. The sage walked through the footpath, reached the river bank, and started walking west along the riverside. He walked a while along the river and reached the pier where we started this story. He walked to the front of the hut and called out, "Ponna!" Ponnan said, "Valli, the sage is here," and emerged from the hut. He touched the sage's feet in respect. Valli followed him and paid her respects as well. They all went into the hut. The sage took the seat that Valli respectfully offered and asked, "Ponna, are the queen and the prince still in the spring palace?" "Yes, your holiness. Soon everyone is going to address the prince, 'Your Majesty,'" said Ponnan. "Yes, if all goes well. Can you please go get them here?" asked the sage. "I will fetch them right away. Valli, take care of His Holiness while I'm gone," said Ponnan and left. Soon there was the sound of a boat leaving the dock. End of chapter 1.